All right, Josh at CrossFit Bro Bridge, CrossFit St. Landry. This was going to be quick, but I've been working with a lot of my athletes on perfecting the hip hinge while maintaining neutral spine. This kind of goes along with some of the other stuff we've been talking about a lot lately with CrossFit. So what I'm going to do, and I actually first saw this on Sam Dancer's Instagram. It kind of intrigued me, and I've been focusing on it since. And since then, have seen a lot more resources where this movement is broken down. But talking about that kind of CrossFitter like back arch before we squat or before we deadlift that we're trying to get rid of because we have no access to the glutes and we're not using the core and the abs to get all the power we can out of the legs and hips. So we know the purpose of the midline is for stabilization, but when we break, we lose that stability. All right, so then we load everything on the back, and we've talked about people not finishing their squat, so coming up and leaving that butt out and back and never squeezing the butt to finish the movement. Lots of power missing there. So a little quick check you can do to see if you are maintaining midline stability as you hinge at the hip is with this PVC pipe. All right, but first, what I've been telling my guys, and it's kind of silly, but if you've ever seen somebody do the robot dance, that's kind of what the hip hinge looks like. So what we want to do is stay connected, the head to stay tall, the relationship between the chin and the chest to be at 90 degrees and remain there. This is probably the hardest part, all right? Because that back arch goes with the weak core, inactive glutes, and then we also see that head break up, so our whole spine is jacked up, and we want to keep it neutral. So if you ever seen somebody do the robot where they're dancing and bending over and moving like that, that's really what it is. I mean, if that helps you think about it, if that helps you try and do it or mirror it. So here's another way that you can check yourself before you wreck yourself. All right, if you take this PVC pipe and push it up against your belt or where your belt would be, then you're going to be in a neutral spine position. If you have a large belly, it's going to mess you up a little bit, but you can still get the concept. I would hold it on the belly at that point. So I'm touching my forehead, I'm touching at my navel, I'm touching at my waistline, all right? Now, you could probably do your nose too. That's going to teach you the same principle. I like to do the forehead just because I like to exaggerate the fix. So if you're actually pressing a little forward in the forehead, you're going to really get the feel of what I'm talking about. So if you watch me from the side as I go into the squat, I want to maintain this relationship. Sorry, I got to move my shorts. Maintain this relationship as I go down into the squat, okay? And then I want to maintain that as I come back up. And then the same thing with the deadlift. You can set up your bar, get your feet set, and go down, shorts again, to the bar, and see if you're maintaining that neutral spine in the back, all right? Here's, like I said, you can go to your nose, but I like to accentuate with the forehead. This is going to put you in a good, strong position to keep your core stable as you lift the bar. All right? So what you're going to see a lot is even as you're trying to learn how to do this, that chin kind of pull away from the chest. If you think about actually pushing down with your forehead, pushing towards the ground, it's going to set you up in a much better position. Check it. I'm telling you, it's going to feel weird at first, but if you stay with it, you're going to feel how much more solid it is. And if you can start to use that on your cleans, you're going to feel how much more powerful, how much more explosive that is. All right, thanks for watching.